I did kind of I did the green one, so
Green
it was a
room.
lot smaller than this green room, or well, than this layout. Probably should take measurement.
The easiest way to do it is to take a screenshot.
Yeah. But it was
Anyway,
kind
we're
of like
back.
a what?
We're back at the arena working on stuff again. Ixias
And
built a chicken and
more trees.
more trees, yes, and a cocoa bean farm.
So I wasn't sure if you wanted to use brown clay or not at some point, so here's stuff for brown clay.
Brown clay would be good. I think we need it for the designs on these rooms. Because I think the brown clay that's on the roof of this red one is supposed to be the same design on all 4 of them.
Oh.
I think, I don't know. And I think
That was my other thing. This red one is awesome. So much yellow, though. And I want the yellow to go in the yellow one.
We can adjust that.
Now.
There's no red wool here. We could replace the yellow with red wool.
And some sands, well, like redstone blocks I think would be kind of cool.
Yeah. That might interfere with the door, though.
I'd move them.
If we keep it away from there, it'll be fine.
Yeah. No, I'll play around with it. But like the green one I had was a little bit more jungly themed.
Let's see. The problem with that would be, if you used redstone blocks for that, you'd have to use gold, emerald, and lapis for the other 3.
Not
Emerald
necessarily.
Emerald and lapis are pretty cheap on our server. Gold is a little bit more expensive.
We could see. I mean, we wouldn't have to use gold. We could use... And I was just saying the red... yeah, redstone, just because. Decorative block, since that actually is very cheap. Especially with the witch farm and whatnot.
Yeah, well, also fortune mining.
True.
I probably have 30 stacks of redstone ore back at my my base ready to go. But if you're going to use redstone blocks, you need to use something similar for the others. So you'd need lapis, gold, and emerald, which isn't too expensive except for the gold, but we can find gold.
I know. I'm still not sure if I want to do that, just because it's a little bit more, I don't know. I like the more natural look of the green one. My idea was to have it be a little bit more, like, themey. So, like, the green one was more of the nature-based whatever. Blue one was a little bit more modern and clean. Red one was a little bit more rustic and dark. And yellow one was more industrial. I was going to do more like a yellow and grayscale, blue and white, green and brown, and then red and like dark brown. Or green and like tan, and then red and dark brown.
It's interesting. I'd like to see how that plays out.
We'll see. There's still a lot of playing around that I need to do. And the problem with the blue one is you're kind of limited. Like green, you have so many different variants. You have like, you have green stained clay, lime stained clay, green wool, leaves, melons, all that good stuff. With blue, the blue stained clay doesn't even look blue, so that's out right there.
Well, it looks purple. There are purple ones.
Yeah, so that's out.
There are 3 or 4 different blue wools.
Yeah, there's blue and light blue. I was playing around, right before I actually logged in, I was playing around with ice.
Ice is good.
The only problem with ice is it melts, so we'd have to use packed ice.
Packed ice is fairly.
And I know we have a decent amount of that, so I'm
We
not...
have 3 ice spike biomes,
Yeah,
and you don't even have to go to the one that Uber has a base in.
yeah, I'm not really concerned with that, but that was... I had a cyan, cyan stained clay as the floor, and it looked pretty cool next to the brightness of the blue and the white in the,
Yeah.
so...
Sounds like you've done some work.
I spent a large amount of time pairing colors together. The green one was easy. The red one, I think I'm gonna do more of like a... The one in the red, I keep saying dark oak. Major lighting issues over here.
Yeah, I told Scott that the next time he comes out here, he should bring a couple stacks of coal ore.
For what?
So we can make torches.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so listen to this cool idea I had for the blue one.
Yeah?
Because what I wanted to incorporate like lapis ore into it.
Lapis ore?
Yeah, so that it wouldn't be like overwhelmingly blue. Because like this is super blue. This is like aggressive in your face blue.
Yeah.
Whereas I think it'd be kind of cool to have the lapis ore, which just adds a little bit of the blue.
And it has gray with it.
Yep.
That would be interesting. I have some lapis ore I can probably donate.
I have a... Well, I had about a stack of it at some point, and I have misplaced it. So that's...
Probably back at your old base.
Thought I checked there, but I don't know. And then this. This is on my to-do list.
Fixing this?
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm gonna... I almost just want to make like a different pattern in the middle of it. So,
I would think that a different pattern would be a good idea.
We're not playing soccer anymore here.
I'm pretty sure...
Football.
I'm pretty sure the only reason they did this was because if they did this, they could say it was at least in usable condition.
I mean, I think it's pretty cool because it is, you know, World Cup-y and whatever. But
the World Cup is over for the next...
Yeah. So, I think I'm gonna do a... Really? What are you doing here? Here? In that back corner, too.
They just spawn randomly.
Not a fan of this.
I shot you earlier by accident.
Anyway, felt that.
I was trying to shoot past your head, and I was too close.
No biggie.
I know, it's just a punch one, power one bow. Wasn't gonna hurt too much.
Yeah, I was... this one was breaking, and I was just chilling out at my skeleton farm. And I got a power... or punch
Come over here,
one.
and I'll show you what I did.
I got a power 4 punch 1 bow from a skeleton.
Okay, this is not what I did. Pretty sure Lisa did this.
I was gonna say, I think Lisa was doing it so that we had a little bit more ease of access.
I think it was so she had more ease of access, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I think she lives down that way. I'm not sure.
This way? Yeah, she lives down there, I think. Where are you?
I'm back here, over on the side. That's not what I was going to show you.
Okay.
What I did was I basically filled all of this in with sand that's just been in the chests. I flattened this whole thing out so that it's nice and even up close to the walls. So there used to be a big hole here, there used to be a big hole over here. There's still a little bit of a dip here, but it's not gonna... I'm gonna get rid of that little mound over there with the cacti on it. This plays better with our plan of having a less deep wall on this side so we don't have to dig out an entire freaking mountain.
Yeah.
And this was temporary access.
I was thinking about how we could do the ceiling.
Yeah?
A lot bigger.
This is a lot bigger, you said?
I think it'd be kind of cool to do, because what I was thinking of doing was having, so like, have it drawn out. Obviously, I can't show you something that I have drawn out.
Yeah.
So like, at each entrance, or exit, or whatever you want to call it, gate,
Yeah.
I thought it'd be cool to have that, like, slope up into a point up at the top. And then, like, have that be at a more angle up. Then have the roof come gradually in, and then they meet at the same point. Does that make sense? So you
I
have, like,
think so.
you have, like, four, almost like, I don't know.
I understand what you're saying, but that's not what we wanted to do. They wanted to do.
What did they want to do?
They wanted a big glass dome on the top.
Which, yeah, I know. That was what I was going to have the whole top be a big glass dome, and then these glass coming into it. Like a different color, like stained glass. Each one of these be a different color stained glass, and then the top of it being all clear glass or white glass or something.
That would be interesting.
I think it would be a pain, but I think it would kind of look cool if it was done right.
The other issue with that is, how are people who are going to be up on that balcony going to be able to see in if the glass wall comes in front of it? Or am I visualizing this incorrectly? Let's do a little faux diagram in blocks over here. See if that helps. Spruce wood. Now...
Okay, so basically, so if this is like the outside wall, so here's the outside wall, then it starts to, this is so much harder to do in regular as opposed to creative.
There's the outside wall.
Oh. So there.
And then you have these being the gates.
Yeah. So, all of these, like everything's gonna come to the same point in the middle up at the top, is what I was thinking. So, and then it like kind of narrow in. So, this, what, 6 blocks wide? No,
Where'd you
this
go?
is more than 6 blocks. 1, 2, 7, 10, 11, 12 blocks. Wow, I was way off. Okay, so I was thinking that this could, like, come out and then gradually go into, like, a 2 by, like, gradually go up and then end in 2. So, like, kind of a triangle shape, but like a domey triangle shape.
Yeah.
I almost just punched you with chicken.
I see what you're saying. Now, is it like a solid wall or just glass that goes up from here to the center?
Really thought about it. Or find things when I...
What we were talking about was just building a dome with the span being the distance from here on this corner to that corner on the opposite side, and just having a circle up on top above that with the dome going into the center from there. And on the outside edges, like on the gates would be inside the ring as well, inside the dome as well, because the circle is larger than 100 blocks, which is the width of the arena. So
Did we not want it to be 100? Is that what you were saying before?
What do you mean not want it to be 100?
You were saying before that you didn't want it to be 100.
The arena or the dome?
I don't know. Something.
Well, the way that it's going to work is if you have this being one edge of the circle and the other corner being another, it's going to arc in like this. Because the diameter of the dome is greater than 100 blocks, which is the size of the arena. And you want it to do that because if you don't do that, the corners of the arena will be in darkness. They won't get light from the glass dome. Because most of the lighting on the arena floor is going to have to be sunlight. And at night, we'll have to set up some way that... I don't know. We'll have to figure that out too, but... I just have this vision of everything being dark and then it being bright in the middle because that's where the action is. That's why half slabs everywhere.
I like that idea. And you can do redstone torches too. For
Yeah.
a minimal amount of light. Alright. Hang on. We're technologying.
I was kind of thinking... in relation to... I was kind of thinking, with these inner gates, rather than have it arc into the middle, I was kind of having the idea of having it arc backwards into the balcony.
Okay.
And have it do like a hyperbola from each corner out to the balconies.
Okay.
I probably made people's brains hurt because I made them think of conic sections
That
from high school.
Sounds really awesome. Let me... why can't I remember how to do anything?
Because it's late. Because we're playing a video game and we shouldn't have to do math.
More truth.
But Minecraft is a game of math. Everything is about math. If you're building anything of consequence, really. But I kind of want to find a way to merge curves with the blocky squareness of this thing. Because the outside is an octagon and the middle is a square. And that's not conducive to curves. But curves are what give everything in Minecraft interest. So there needs to be some way to marry the two ideas together. And I think using hyperbolas and other conic sections are good at that. Asymptotes. Word people haven't heard in a while.
But... I think you'll get...
What are you trying to do?
Design.
Hello?
Hello?
What are you trying to do?
Design.
You're designing something? We are recording right now.
This isn't doing what I wanted it to. Alright, so you were thinking... I'm sorry, I was... in something else. Okay, so...
Yeah. I noticed.
Whoops. Alright, so... So you're saying instead of having it go...
Instead of having it arch from here out to the middle, instead have it go from here, yeah. Instead of going from here to the middle over the top, I was thinking having it come
that way.
Start here and then just go in this direction. In much more of a curved way, but in a...
Curve outward or curve inward?
Curve out towards the outer wall.
Oh, okay. I was thinking curve in towards that wall, but okay.
Curve inward as in...
Like, come to a point over, like, right there?
Above the top?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem with that is it's not a balcony that has a point to it. Like,
well, you could put the seats in, so, like, if it's...
You have the balcony there, it's going to be a wide balcony. It's not going to be just a platform up there. Because you want to be able to run around and see the whole thing, so there's going to be a ring up there. So it's not... It doesn't match the design to have it all go to one point. Instead, you can take it from going from one wide point to going to a wide point, and that's why you would use a hyperbola. Something along this line. If you see what I'm talking about. Does that make sense? This being the gate, and this being the roof of the building.
The gate's right here, and then... Yeah. Okay. I got it. I was going basically the opposite.
Yeah. And the reason I think it should be this way is because we're not tapering to a point at the top where the balcony is. We're widening to a front at the top. And that can always be altered later if we decide that some other design is better. You just broke something.
There's an iron shovel.
Wasted iron, haha. Like we don't have it to waste.
Diamond shovel time.
What are you building right now?
Well, this was what I was thinking, but...
What you were envisioning?
Yeah. Like having the gate be here, and then having it arc up, and then having like a cutout in the middle be where the stands are.
We can build some creative designs and look at them side by side and see which one looks best. But we're back. The balcony goes back quite a bit, so any hyperbola would be a three-dimensional hyperbola. Which would be quite fun, I'm sure.
I feel like it would look awesome, but it would be such a pain to build.
I think I can do it. Although it would be fun to do on live TV, huh?
Ew. I think the first one's gonna need to be done off camera.
You know, I think we should do it on camera just to be like, hey, if we screw up hilariously, this is what happens. And if it takes too long, we'll just edit it.
So sick of these stupid skeletons. Whole stack of sticks.
You making torches?
At least light up right here, because
oh, there's an ender chest over here. That's good.
It was the one from over on the other side.
I figured.
I was gonna go grab another one, but that involved me going to the Blaze Farm and...
Do you know the ironic thing? Now that you've built all that stuff over here, it's in the way.
Yeah, I know. I was realizing that after I finished the chicken farm.
It'll be fine. When it really gets in the way, we'll just move it, but this stuff can stay here until we get everything figured out. We might just test the inside design over on that wall, the far back wall, the one that we haven't built yet.
Yeah.
And
I was
we
gonna
can
do that
leave
today, and
leave this stuff here.
decidedly didn't do it today.
Well, we haven't
Finish
really.
this over here.
Yeah, I noticed. It looks good.
Fell off a couple of times.
As long as you didn't die.
No.
What we
Oh.
really... Oh, creeper.
Running away.
Let him
Hey.
run. What we really need to decide is how the inside is going to be divided if we're going to work on that. Like,
What do you mean?
what's the inside going to look like? The bottom floor and the upper floor, where's the balcony going to be? Is it going to be a curved balcony over on the corners of the arena, or is it just going to hang out over the middle, or... I don't think that's a good idea, but, you know, option. If it's hyperbolic, we can use special curves on it. Have like... Well, that would actually be more of a cubic function.
I'll play around in creative.
We can make beautiful curves, mathematically correct curves, that I will find out years later are in fact mathematically incorrect.
I love making curves and circles and spheres and rounded edges and all that stuff in Minecraft, but I, for the life of me, cannot do it. They always turn out looking like diamonds or squares with like slightly not perfect corners.
I actually find the circles to be the hard ones because,
Just have Grim do it.
Grim is good at that.
Circles.
Grim is good at that, yes. I like to use the circle generator because once I see the pattern, it's not that hard. But
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's just
getting to the point where you can see the pattern is sometimes difficult.
speaking
But
of
we're
pattern,
not doing circles here. We're doing basically what amounts to hyperbolic functions, conic sections, and tangent functions.
big words.
Lines that are like lines that go like this, that aren't perfectly circular because they're long and they have curves on the side, but not circular curves. And then at the same time, in 3 dimensions, they're also doing curves, so they're kind of coming back like this. But they're not coming back in a straight, uniform way, so it's like this, and then it goes out again. And then it curves, and does the same thing again. So it's a combination of complex curving mathematics, calculus stuff. Hopefully we don't have to actually do calculus to do it.
Have fun. I'm not helping with that. Calculus is the devil. I hate it.
Oh, calculus isn't that bad.
Gosh,
Matrices are bad. I hate matrix.
that is the worst thing ever. Within calculus, which is saying something.
Calculus isn't matrices, though. Calculus is determining the change of changes. The whole point of differentiation is to find the function of the rate of change. So it has nothing to do with matrices. Matrices have to do with things like monitors and where pixels go. That's the biggest application of it. Well, anyway, that's our progress on the arena, one day after our big work day.
Seeing the fire over there and thinking that something that's not supposed to be burning is burning.
Yeah, that's netherrack. Part of the design.
Yips. Speaking of design, what kind of design do we want on this field?
We'll leave that for next episode. If we do that tonight, even.
Oh no, I'm going to bed soon.
Yeah, me too.
I've been looking at this arena for a while today.
Yeah, I need to distance myself from it a bit. Put a lot of work into it the last couple days.
That's why I decided to start working on the little rooms.